It has been quite some time. It has been a little moment since we sat down in this chair and just did a little chatting. It's been some time since I've done a little of this. I like that. Look, now, let's pull it together, okay? Let's pull it together. Look. I didn't realize this would. I'm gonna come back when we finished, I guess. Or look, it's been since like October since we've done a little chatting video, you know, done a little catching up, and I put out a couple feelers for some Q&As because I usually get a lot of questions in my comments. I also get a lot of questions in my DMs, whether if it's revolving around what I do for work or if it's, of course, my opinions, my reactions on things that may be going on. And I figured it would be a perfect little dual-edged sword if we did a Q&A video along with a chatting video. We can catch up. We can drop some knowledge to each other. So if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, because I guarantee you, if there is not a question in here that you have probably wondered, asked, or maybe even just needed to know for some personal life, and I don't answer it right here, go ahead and drop a comment. It's going to be in the next Just Chatting video right there. I'm going to answer all Q&As from now on. And let's go ahead and get into the first one. You seem to be pretty connected to brands and companies. What is it that you do for a living besides YouTube? That's a great question. A lot of my career, I would say at this point, has now just become branches of what I love. That's what we all try to strive to do, right? So the first and big one is that I am the CMO of Level Up Arena. It's the Midwest's biggest esports arena that is here. We handle everything gaming wise in Kansas City. So that's gaming activations with the Chiefs, the Royals, Sporting KC, the Kansas Speedway, and NASCAR, our incredible partners in Children's Mercy Hospital, Nebraska Furniture Mart, so many different things, to the point where if you see gaming in Kansas City, it's us. And if you see gaming in the Midwest, it's probably got our fingertips on it. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I do. And then it all kind of trickles down from there. I've created great relationships with brands across all kinds of genres and spectrums, whether if it's Logitech or Quick Trip or Price Chopper or Juvie or Red Bull, or all of those kind of people and things and companies and entities that I've done either previous events for or we've done activations for, and continue to cultivate those relationships into really great partnerships. A lot of the things that I do intermingle into those things. So I've been able to create great partnerships and great relationships with companies like Glitch Energy and ObsBot and Space Panda, Control, and so many others, to where I really get to be a full extension of myself. Yes, outside of YouTube and reacting to things, I get to do a lot of that, and we get to put together some really great events, not just for gaming, but also for content creators as well. We hosted an incredible event at our new location at the Advent Health Sports Park at Blue Hawk here in KC. And we got to host almost 50 creators around all genres, whether if it was your foodies, your lifestyles, your vlogs, your gym rats, your like all kinds of content, all to come in and kind of create freely inside an entertainment space that not a lot of people get to just go and roam and, you know, make content. And that's just kind of the multifaceted thing that we can do, not only at Level Up, but things that I try to strive to do for the creative community as well. Are you returning back to wrestling ever, or is that a closed door? That is a great question, and I get it a lot, mainly because I feel a lot of wrestlers retire and then unretire a lot. It's probably the most that it's done in any other professional sports, anything. I don't know a lot of the basketball players that are retiring, coming back. No one's pulling a Ric Flair. So the business says never say never. I'm just now getting to the point where my body doesn't consistently hurt all the time. Watch out. And I kind of like it. I can't be mad at that. I kind of like it. I don't know. It would have to be the right circumstance. It would have to be the right situations. It would have to be the right a lot of things for me to like want to do all that again. You know what I'm saying? Question number 3. Question number 3 comes from TikTok. Shout out TikTok. Kinda. Since you have stepped away, do you still have unfinished business in the ring with any former opponent? Now, look, I've had a handful of beef with some people. Some of it shoot, some of it work. Unfinished business that I don't really know. I don't really know. Let's be real. Honestly, any of my business that would have been unfinished probably would be too petty for the situation. You know, I just kind of want to come and crack some heads for the one time, you know? I don't know if actually, there is one, but I'm not gonna get into that because honestly, I think life has hit that person enough. So we'll just keep it at that. We'll keep this kosher. We'll keep it kosher, okay? Then we'll go to the next one. What's a good starter kit for someone looking to get into content creation when it comes to just chatting and gaming content? A good starter kit. Okay, so technology is in a very interesting place, especially when it comes to streaming technology, mainly because now it's become so accessible to do this. You know, a few years ago, a lot of the equipment that people were seeing as the standard were things so wildly outside of people's price range that it was very difficult to be able to do this at a very high quality. Now, one thing I would always say is one of the greatest tools that most people sleep on all the time is your phone. Your phone can be your main cam for stream. Your phone can be your IRL stream. Your phone can be your camera for photos, your vlogs. Then you get you a nice little set of lavalier mics and just start creating. Everything else after that will start to pay for itself as long as you're consistent. And a lot of people will think that I'm just kind of like BSing on that. Set up a plan. Give yourself a roadmap of things you would like to have to grow your setup. If you want to stream games, cool. The most cost efficient way to do that is probably to have a lower end PC or laptop and then get a capture card for your gaming console. So that way you can offload, of course, the pressure you're playing on the games over to your console, and the laptop or whatever low end PC you're using will be able to pump out the stream. Boom, next. Any plans to go live again? I've been thinking about it. I will say I do miss the live aspect of content. Streaming is really dope, and it's like part of the reason why I got into this, because I think the live streaming aspect is like producing and creating your own TV show. And that's what I've always thought is so fascinating about all this. The also thing about live streaming is that it's so energy consuming at times. Is it tiring? Yes, but I miss interacting with y'all, miss sharing with y'all, and that's why I love doing this as well. So if stream's gonna come back, long-winded answer, who knows? How do we feel about the state of WWE post WrestleMania? Now we getting into the wrestling bag. Now, I was diving very deep into what was happening almost to the day-to-day leading up on the road to WrestleMania, through the road to WrestleMania, and then to WrestleMania. And I gotta say, I said so much, whether if it was on TikTok or any of my other platforms, wrestling is in this transcendent state at the moment. I just don't know how else it's gonna propel even further. What has disappointed me since WrestleMania is that I feel like there were some very crucial pieces that needed to happen in Mania for it to be the Mania that it was kind of building to be, and it just didn't happen. One of those was Travis Scott walking out like he was the Undertaker when that really should have been The Rock. That was weird. I knew Cody Rhodes was going to drop this title, and John Cena's been doing his thing, but there's just been something missing out of that I don't mind the moves that TKO has made. I understand them. I understand the business aspect of it. If no one saw this coming and you feel you're getting blindsided, you just weren't paying attention. You could have seen this coming if you just paid attention to how UFC markets and does its thing, and how WWE very much wants to be seen in that same light and taken as seriously as that. That's not everybody's vision. That's not everybody, you know. See me, see you, see me, see me, see you. What has been your favorite brand deal to date and why? Interesting question. I think no. Honestly, it was Quick Trip. So there's a brand deal that I did with my former esports team that I'm no longer with. We got to be the first esports team to lead Quick Trip into gaming. That was one of those things where, like, through high school, through college, my DNA was probably made up of 98% Quick Trip fountain drinks. Between that and the taquitos and all of that, man, I was in there every day. To the point my parents had a cupboard that just had old QT cups because I would just bring a new one home, sometimes Q3 a day. Quick Trip would probably be the first one. That one hit the closest to home. And it was something that like, not a lot of people get to say they got to work with Quick Trip. You know, this is Quick Trip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Quick Trip. Are you actually a Chiefs fan? Bro, why do these questions always happen? Let me come here. Are you actually a Chiefs fan, or did you come along with all the Swifties?
Oh, hell no, man.
You know what? I actually just got a gift from my mom recently. That is the perfect stamp for this.
2 seconds later.
My uncle, Doug Terry, played for the Chiefs in the 90s. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but I am not someone that would even care to latch themselves onto a team during their stint of success for clouts of conversation. I'm not the type of person to do that on the internet or off the internet. I've been rocking with this squad since I was born. So for all y'all that are so insensitive and so insecure about the fandom of your team because you are in your non-success era, get your head out your ass. Hit the subscribe button and I'm gonna be roasting your damn team all season. Next question. Explain why Green Bay is and always has been the best team in the NFL. There's a lot of people that need to understand directions as we go through this. The first one, this is not a question. This is me explaining something that is false. The second is who put this on the list and still thought it was a question. I'm not about to rant about Green Bay right now, okay? Because y'all destroyed the career of one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, and now he's somewhere in the woods being a mystic. Do you plan on joining or creating an org/team in the future? This question rattles around in my head a lot because there's a lot of times where I think the team aspect is dope. I think having pretty much a open playground to be able to collaborate and chat and share nuggets with other creators that are kind of, you know, affiliated in the same method, mode, direction that you're in, like those kind of things, I think it's great. There's just something about money, organization, and leaderships that in this industry, it just hadn't figured it out yet. There's only about a 1% that's got it all together. I just don't see myself being a part of one of those 1% and sacrificing kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry that this kind of seems like the revolving answer for a lot of things I've answered. When will Midwest Fest be back? Part of almost the very first question that we had, a part of that question, I run a lot of events, and one of those events is a yearly event called Midwest Fest, which Midwest Fest is pretty much the Disneyland in the Midwest for content creators, photographers, videographers, creatives of all kinds, all in one place with thousands and thousands of dollars for cash prizes, thousands of dollars of giveaways, all to basically celebrate the creating atmosphere here in Kansas City. And we postponed this year mainly just because there was a lot of structural things that we wanted to grow, change, add in different aspects that we just really needed the real time to dig in on it. I would stick to all of the Midwest Fest socials to know at Midwest Fest GG on all platforms because there's going to be updates coming soon. So much gym content recently. Are you transitioning to a gym influencer or is this just a phase? First of all, it's crazy. Second, it's not just a phase. Gym has never been just a phase for me. Gym actually put me in the position to pretty much save my life at one point in time. Once upon a time. Gym has been great for me, and what happened post wrestling is there are so many injuries that were just nagging, that were sitting around, that were things that I honestly just was completely negligent on taking care of. And they all just kind of spiraled and caught up as I've been working more, I've been traveling more, been doing all of that. And I needed to take the time to really like set my foundation and get right. I have been in a gym and we've been getting right, okay? That was just something that I needed to do on me, which could have sparked the wrestling question. That's been a personal development on me. So we gonna get to it, but in time. And last question, last but not least, where do you get all your sports merch from? You know what? I haven't told YouTube yet. This is a phenomenal time. Hey, Omar, roll that one that we got in the back pocket and let's get everybody ramped up for NFL season. Let's get it.
And with the next pick in the draft, Fanatics selects Adrian Armour.
It's the most intriguing draft I can remember.
You really like that player?
Get your ass up, get it! And Tucker, what the hell has been happening this season? And you just for some reason can't figure out what you're doing. You can't even kick the damn ball. And with that pick, that means anytime that you're ready to buy some new gear to rep your team, or maybe grab the hottest selling jersey that's right off the presses, you can head to adrianarmour.com, hit that Fanatics page, and I guarantee you every single purchase that's made after that, there's a little kickback that comes and helps support the channel. Don't think I'm just talking about NFL gear. I'm talking NCAA gear, your MLB gear, your NBA gear, your NHL gear, your soccer gear.
And let's not
forget the WWE gear. Fanatics is your one-stop shop to get everything that you need of official license gear. Hey, I'm telling you right now, it's that time to gear up. So go ahead, adrianarmour.com, hit the Fanatics page. It's a beautiful time to be a fanatic. Now that everybody is informed, look, I guarantee you right now, if you haven't done it already, which I don't know how in this entire video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, because this is going to be the place to be, not just for football, not just for fall, not just for Libra season, it's going to be the channel you're going to want to watch to keep up with everything. We doing sports reactions in general. Now we got Fanatics content to do. I'm even talking with an incredible card shop on doing some, some pack pulling. I'm not even gassing y'all up, okay? This is going to be the spot to be, okay? Go ahead, youtube.com/Adrian Armour. I mean, you already here, you watching the video, so go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below a question that you want to see in the next Just Chatting video. And let's get to it.